Good morning, and it's your girl Anastasia Daniel from High Tribe Global. How are you, and how is everybody doing? Whew. How was your night? I hope you slept well. I did. Oh my God, I slept well, but this morning has been a hectic morning. But the weather is also beautiful. Yesterday, I think we had up to 65 degrees. Ooh, or 63 degrees, I think. But it was beautiful yesterday. So, our topic for today is called Women and Receiving. Women and receiving. The woman who allows herself to receive love, help, and rests. I'll say that again. The woman who allows herself to receive love, help, and rests. Many women are natural givers. A lot of women, they are natural, they are naturally, givers. You get. They give their time, they give their energy, they give their love, they give their support to others, you know. Often, putting their needs, their needs of family, friends, work before their own. They're often doing that, always doing that. Well, even though generosity is a beautiful trait or trait, you can depending on how you pronounce it, a lot of women struggle with something that we don't really talk about, and that is the ability to receive. Yes. I remember a couple of years ago, I went to a baby shower, and everybody was, after the baby shower, you start giving the new mom an advice. And one of the advice I gave to this new mom was to rest and was to ask for help. I said, rest when you need it, ask for help when you need it. Everybody was looking at me. Some women feel uncomfortable when other people offer help to them. Some women feel uncomfortable when they are complimented, when they are shown love, or when they are shown support. This doesn't just happen, it always stems from something, just so you know. They may feel they may feel like they must always be the strong one. They feel like they are the ones that are supposed to be the helpers. They feel like they are the ones that are supposed to be holding everything together. You don't blame them because that's their nature. That's how that is how they have grown to become. You understand? And over time, this type of thing can lead to what I talked about the other day: emotional exhaustion or burnout. Now, some of the challenges of receiving that some women or many women go through is that they feel guilty accepting that help. They believe they must handle everything. For many women, receiving can feel difficult. Why? Because they have developed this pattern of overgiving, you know. But constantly giving without allowing yourself to receive can actually leave your heart and your mind depleted. Now, God did not give us, or God did not design us to live in this life alone. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. It says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. What does this tell us? It just reminds us that life is meant to be shared, both in giving and in receiving. Now, healthy relationships involve mutual care. Just as you pour into others, it is also important to allow others to pour into you. Receiving encouragement, kindness, and support also strengthens connections. And it reminds us that we are not meant to carry everything by ourselves. You're not supposed to do that. You remember in Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, it says, "Carry each other's burden, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." That this particular scripture shows us that supporting one another is part of God's design for community. Some women develop this hyper independence. Do you know what hyper independence means? That's where someone feel that they must do everything on their own. And this thing often develops from past experiences, especially when they've had a terrible past, let's say terrible past of people helping them, and that help comes back to bite you. They wouldn't need it. They wouldn't want anybody to help them again. Well, maybe past experience of where they felt like they were not supported, or they had to actually rely solely on themselves. Some people grew up not having a support system. That's why I say sometimes when you see some women, don't judge them. You see some behaviors, don't just, if you don't know their story, please don't judge them. Sometimes past experiences actually affect a person's mind, and these type of women have to heal from that thing called hyper independence. Now, healing begins when that woman realizes that allowing herself to receive love, rest, and help is not a weakness. It doesn't make you a beggar. It doesn't make you beneath anybody. It is just wisdom to do that. Even Jesus himself accepted support from others during his ministry. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28, it says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Some translation will say, "Come to me, all you who are heavily laden, and I will give you rest." If you go further, it says, "Shoulder my yoke, learn from me, for my yoke is easy, my burden is light." If you read that verse, you will understand it. God invites us to rest and receive his peace rather than carrying this burden alone. Life is hard enough. You don't need to carry all that by yourself. Now, before we go, I'm going to encourage you guys. Giving is powerful. Do you understand that? But receiving is also part of a healthy and a balanced life. Allow yourself to accept love. Allow yourself to accept kindness. Allow yourself to accept help and rest without feeling guilty. Okay? When you allow your others to support you, you create space for a deeper connection, you create space for healing, and you create space for renewal. Now, learning to receive is not selfish. No. Learning to receive is not selfish. It is a part of honoring your well-being and embracing the support that God has placed in your life. And I remain your girl, Anastasia Daniel, from Her Tribe Global. Have an amazing Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.